Hello friends. So today we are going to discuss a Django project. So first let me open my project. This is my project and I'm going to open it. I have already created an environment and with this environment I will open my project. So I'm just going to do it. Here I will first activate my environment. Otherwise you cannot access your project. So first of all you need to activate, and for this you have to go to your project file which you sorry, project folder which you have created, and then you have to go to your environment that you have created, or you can say I have created my environment earlier and now I have already. Okay, let me show you. This is my environment which I have created. This is my environment, and within environment I have script, and in script I have a option like activate. So that's why I can activate my environment, and to activate I have to write just will write like this. So as you can see, this is activate, and when I will hit the enter, the environment got activated. You can see the difference between these two lines. So here my environment in the first line, my environment was not activated, but in the second line, my environment is activated. Now I can perform, I can execute my project that I have created. So first I have to go inside my project. And as you can see, wait, let me show you. Okay. So as you can see, my project name is count. This is my project, which is count. And here I want to activate this. So, or I want to execute, or I want to see this. So I will write just cd and then count. Okay, maybe something went wrong. My script got activated. Script cd count. The system cannot find the path specified. Okay, I'm trying again. Yes. No, it's not working. What happened to this? I'm already inside my project and I have activated my environment. Then why? Oh, sorry. It will not work because I have not went back to, so I have to go back. Okay, now I will click like cd count. So as you can see, when I will hit enter, I'm already inside my project. And now I will open my VS Code while I will give like this code space dot. Then you can see this is my VS Code and this is get open. And here these are all my files. These are all my files. Right now, just ignore this calculate because it is a app which I have created inside the same folder which is count. But you can ignore it right now. I will explain it later on, but right now we will just focus on the project. And what is my project? First let me run my project, then you can understand what I am doing here. So if I want to run, so I have to give the command like python manage dot py run server. So let me click on this, and you can see this is my project. And in this project, what I am doing, so simply, this is a word calculator. Let me close all this. Okay. Uh, this is a word calculator. That means whatever paragraph you can, as you can see, this is my heading, and this is a box. In this text area, you can give a paragraph, and you can write a long paragraph as well. Mm. And suppose I'm writing here that hello, I am a programmer. I'm a programmer. So we have written just why it's giving me error. Okay. That's good. So as you can see, I have just given a small paragraph, so it can count easily. You can count to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 manually. But when you will give a long paragraph and you need to count how many words you have given, then sometimes you have seen that in a feedback form. whenever we shop, we do online shopping from any online shopping app like like Amazon, Flipkart. We also get a feedback option, feedback form. So they are mentioned that you have to mention 500 words or 60 words, 100 words, like this. So that time it's easy that you can calculate, or you know actually. But suppose you want to give a feedback and there is no, you have not mentioned that how many words you are writing over there, then you can count with this help, with the help of this project. Let me show you. So as you can see, this is showing how many words you have in this text area. Okay, suppose you have written so many, you are writing about yourself, and now you want to count how many words you have written about yourself. So you can count easily with this project, with the help of this project. So for right now, I'm just minimizing it and I want to show how it's working. So let me close this also. Okay, so we are inside our project. If you want to create an app, you can create with the help of Django. Suppose you want to create app, then you have to just give a prompt. First, let me um, stop the server. I have stopped my server with the help. I have just pressed Control plus C. Then your server will stop. Otherwise, it will run in. It will go on, or you can say the server will be in process in the background. So that's why I have just stopped the server. So, if you want to create a app within this folder, then you have to just give the prompt like Django hyphen admin. Actually, to start a project, also you have to give the same. To start project, you have to write Django hyphen admin and start project, followed by project name. You have to give here project name. So in this way, I have created my project, which is my count. And if you want to create an app within this, then you have to write start app followed by app name. Then you can create your app. So I'm not doing this because I have already a project and I'm working on it, and also I have app, so I will not do this. Okay, so let's move forward because we are going to discuss very interesting and important things. So let's start without wasting any time. Wait, let me check it. So first, as I have created a count project and I've created also a calculator, that this is my app. So I want to add these things to my, actually I have created app, but Django is Django don't know about my app, so I have to let him know. So how would I do this? So I will go to my project, and in my project folder, you can see there are five files underscore these are files sgi.py, settings.py, us.py, and views. This is not included in the project, but I have created this by myself. So and these are the main file underscore init underscore dot py, asgi dot py, settings dot py, urls dot py, wsgi dot py. Okay, wsgi dot py. So I have to go to the settings because setting is the main point, main thing where you need to inform. You can inform your project that what is the external things you are doing. So just go with this, okay? And here you can see the first line I have import, or I have written import OS. This is a module, and you have to write this. OS means operating system. So you have to mention import OS. You have to do this, and next thing which you have to do is you have to mention your app name in this installed app underscore app list. Otherwise, Django cannot get it that you have created an app and you want to connect it. So to connect, you have to do this. So that's why I have mentioned here. This is my app name, calculate, followed by I have mentioned here dot apps, then dot. calculate config. Why I have written calculate config in here you can see C is in uppercase, and also here also in config C is in uppercase. Why? So let's go to the app, and you can see go to apps.py, and here you can see this is a class. That means calculate and calculate config is a class. That's why we have mentioned the first letter in capital, and also this is my second word, so it will be also in capital. That's why it is in form. Okay, we don't need it, so let's cut it. Okay, and let's go back to our work which we were doing on the settings.py. So that's why I have mentioned over here in this form. That means you have to mention like this: your app name dot apps dot class name, which is my class name is what? Calculate config. Okay, so this was the process. Okay, next one, what I will do, I have to create a template so that I can show my page, or I can show my HTML page on the browser. For this reason, I have to create a HTML page. That's why I have created a template first, and this is you can see this is the outside folder. This is not included in the count folder. Actually, we are working on the, you can see over here that count is a folder which was I have created, and it is when you will when you will create a project folder, then you will get a same folder within that folder with the same name. That's why I am getting a folder with the name count. And in this outside the outer folder, I have created this templates, and also static. I will explain one by one. So this is my template, and in this template I have created two HTML pages. First is base.html and index.html. So as I have created a template, then I have to notify the count, that means my project, that I have created a template, and please mention, I have to mention it in the settings.py. That's why I will just go here in the template, and this is my directories dirs, and this is of type list. Sorry, this is a type of actually this is a key, and this is a key of the templates list. As you can see, templates is the list, and within this list this is a just a key. Directories, that means dirs is a key, and here I'm just mentioning in the form of list that you can see actually not the, I'm just defining my of path of my project. So if I don't mention here import OS, then I cannot perform on this way. I will inform the setting.py of my project count in this form, that os.path.join, and this will take here OS is module that I have just mentioned over that import OS, and path is a object, and join is a function that will take two parameters. First will be your path of, or first will be your address of this project, and the second will be whatever you have created the template. So let me show you. Here you can see this is my address of project. So I have just mentioned, you can see here parent.parent. In this here you can see parent.parent, and why this is parent.parent. First parent is for the this count folder, and within this count folder we have another count folder. That's why this is written two times, parent.parent. Okay, next what? Next we will discuss. So I already informed the Django project that I have created a template, and now as you can see I have created a static file. So I have to inform Django project that I have created also a static file. So for this I will scroll down, and now here you can see it was not mentioned before, it was like that, but I have mentioned here extra slash, and I have created, this is created by me. Actually, you have to mention like this, that this is the same as you can see here for the templates. So this is a file. Sorry, this is a list, and in this list we have a dirs key as a dirs. So here I have defined the path of my project, So in the same way, I will do here. So as you can see, os.path.join, and then this is my base underscore dir, and I have mentioned here static because I have created static. The name is static, so that's why I have maintained the same spelling. Okay, now let's move to the templates. If I go to the templates, then what? I have created two templates here. I mean, two HTML files. My first is base.html and second one is index.html. And for this, as I have created it, I have to notify my project that I have created two HTML files, and otherwise it cannot access my HTML file. It knows that my project knows that we have a template, but it doesn't know about the HTML files. So for this, I will go to again my count, and here, as you can see in url.py, I have mentioned my I have created a path function inside the URL patterns list. So for this, before doing this, I will just showing you how I have created my I mean what I have written inside my HTML pages. So in the first HTML page, I have written a doctor HTML, and I'm just taking a word calculator. This is my heading. It will be my title. Title like what? As you can see here, this is my title, and I have did with the help of title tag. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so in this way, I have used in the block tag. I mean, this is my Ginger tag. Block tag is a Ginger tag in that Ginger provides us. Sorry, that Django provides us some Ginger template tags. This is one of them. Block. And here I have just mentioned word calculator. It will be shown at the top of the your browser, and you have to end with the help of end block. You have to end this, and now as I am using JavaScript, or you can see, sorry, I am using jQuery. That's why I have mentioned the link over here with the help of src, and this is script tag. So within this I have mentioned my jQuery, the link of the jQuery, and as you can see in static file, I have a JS inside a JS. I have Java Ajax script.js. That's why I have mentioned here that within static I have created a JS, and within JS I have a Ajax underscore script.js. So in this way I have already linked my jQuery or jQuery as well as my Ajax file with the HTML file, and this is my base HTML file, and I have written here this, and I'm not going to connect this to the directly to the Ajax script. I will inherit this with the help of index.html. I'm inheriting the properties of base.html with the Ginger template tag extends. So extends helps us to inherit the properties of parent file, that which is my base.html. So that's why in this way I can inherit the property. That means I don't need to write all the things that I have written in here base.html. If you want, you can do this in the same file. So there is no problem. But I am not doing this. I am just creating this base.html to write all this thing, and I have created another HTML file to write all these things. And that's why, because I am going to connect all these two things, that's why I have used an extends, and this is going to inherit the properties of whatever code I have written, whatever HTML things I have used in the base HTML, it will be inherited by the help of with the help of extends. Okay, so let's move to the static file. I'm just showing you, I'm just giving an overview first, and then I will discuss it. So in the Ajax file, we have a JavaScript Ajax underscore Java and Ajax underscore script.js, and I have I have written all this code for in the Ajax underscore Java script.js. So let me close this. I will. So as we have two HTML files in templates, so let's move to the project file, which is count, and here I have to notify that in the URL that I have created HTML file which is index. Actually we have the main file which is base.html, and then index.html, but as I am inheriting the properties of base.html, so we don't need to mention in the urls.py that I have created a base.html. We will just we will just let it know that we have created an index.html. So that's why I have written here first from count is my project name. So from count import views, and why I have written views, we have created a views.py also. So that's why I can mention it, or I have to mention it. No, we will get this by default. When we will create a project, we will get this by default. And this is just showing that you have an admin and it will go to your admin panel. Whenever you have mentioned it as Django is giving you this by default. So that means it's mentioned that whenever you are, that means we can go to the admin panel. And now you can see I have written over here. I have just created one file. I mean, I'm just going to mention one file index.html in the us.py, but I have written two times. Taken two. I have taken path function, and in within path function, it will take three parameters. First parameter will be your URL. Second parameter will be your function based view, and third parameter, which is called Alice, and here Alice is index. And also the third time I have written the path function, and this path function will again take the three parameter. And as you can see, these are two same, these just a little bit difference here. So why I have written this two times? So first it will take what is it necessary to define. If you want, you can not mention it, but I have. So when we will go to the when we will do this, I mean the line number 8, this means you can enter your website like yoursite.com. So you will just get let me do this. I'm just going to show you in this way. I commented it, and let's go to our project, live project. Okay. Now I'm just refreshing it. So as you can see, okay, can't reach. Let me clear this. I'm going to again run my server. So let's move. With this help, what calculator? Why it's not showing me? Wait, I have comment out it, but still it's working. So with the help of just this path function, we can access our page, home page, like this. But if you write anything here, you cannot count your word, because this is just giving you your home page, not the. It will not work. But you have to mention your index in this way, so it will look like this. Let me show this. I'm going to comment here. It will look like your site dot com slash. Okay, so it will look like, but if you write these two, then it will your site dot com slash index slash. So it will be like this, and then you can perform your operation or whatever you want. So now I I can count it. As you can see, it's working. So in this way, you can mention it. And as we have mentioned here, views. And so let's we have created a views also. I mean, I've created views also. So here I have written something. This is a first you have to mention these two lines, that from django.http import http request and comma http response comma json response. So after that, actually we don't need to define it first. Let's move to the HTML file. I have just opened it, and now let's move to the HTML file. Let me collapse it. Okay. Visual HTML. So I have already discussed it. And this is my index.html, and let me open my static file also. So, okay. Now I need to split it so that we can easily understand it. Yeah, I want to index.html and I need to, okay. So as you can see in the index.html, which is my main file, I have written here block content, and this block content, as you can see in the base.html, we have mentioned it. So it will follow the same thing. And now the method will be post. My form method will be post here because I don't want to show in the URL anything. Let me show you that when I'm going to enter any paragraph here, then it will not show you. It will not show you in the URL. So that's why suppose I'm doing like Tulsi Kumari. Okay. So it will count, but you cannot see any changes in the URL. If you right here get instead of post, then it will be shown in your URL panel, URL. So that's why I don't need it. I mentioned post only. And this is my CSRF token. CSRF means this is cross site request forgery. And this is a Jinja template tag, and this is for security purposes. That's why I have just mentioned it, so that no one can access our form without our permission, or without our knowledge. Okay. So this is my heading calculate word. As you can see, I have mentioned a calculate word. This is my heading, and this is because I have written over here title. Sorry, heading. And as I want a text area, that's why I have taken a text area tag. This is a HTML tag. So I within this HTML tag, that means text area, I have mentioned the ID. ID means we can access it through ID. It will be good if you mention ID. Otherwise, you can, if you want, you can not mention it. But I have mentioned it ID and rows. Why I have mentioned rows and columns? Because it's just because we are working on text area. So it will, if you not mention it rows and column, then also it will work, but it will not define that how much should be your area, or like area, because whenever we work or talk about area means length and breadth. So here because we have mentioned length and breadth. This is a like length and breadth. Rows means it will be length, and columns means it will be breadth your. And placeholder means type your paragraph here. Whatever we can see inside the text area, it was okay. Let me clean this, then you can see. So type your paragraph here. So it is my placeholder. Whatever you will write in placeholder, it will be shown in your in your page. Okay. And here I have mentioned a button, and this is for total word that will take 0. This is div. I have mentioned a div so that you can see this. This is because of div. I have taken a div, that's why you can get it. And this button that I have used. Okay, let's move to the Ajax file. So let me tell you, Ajax is a asynchronous communication that JavaScript provides us. This is a jQuery. Yes, jQuery is a library of JavaScript, and we are going to work on it. And whenever you are working on it, so you have to mention the dollar sign so that your app can, or you can understand that, or you can, your Python, your project can understand that you are working on Java in Ajax or in jQuery. So that's why we have mentioned dollar. And this is the first line that you have to mention, dollar within parenthesis document dot ready, and this will take a anonymous function, and then curly braces. Within this curly braces you will write all the things that you want to add here, but you have to mention it. And ready means you are ready to work on jQuery. Okay. After that, so whenever we work on Ajax, we have to keep in mind that when in the main file, main HTML file, we use ID, it will be inserted in the Ajax with the help of hash. As you can see, hash, we are using hash to insert the ID. Or suppose you want to add the class, then you will give dot. With the help of dot, you can add, or you can mention your class in Ajax. So right now I have created a button for count button, and this is my total words. When I will click on total word, it will give me the desired output. So I have first mentioned that count button because I will click on it, then only I can see the answer or see the total how much word I have mentioned it. So with the help of click, here click is a function, but we will call it as a event handling. This is a event handling, so it will handle this event. And I have also mentioned a function. This is an anonymous function that is coming with the click, and this function is taking again a parameter which is event. And as you can see that I have within curly braces, I have written event dot prevent default. And please notice that I have mentioned D in uppercase. So you need to mention it in uppercase, otherwise it will not work or it will give you error. So I have mentioned it event dot prevent default. That means the your page will not reload first. Before that, when I was working on this project, it was live. That means whenever I just was giving a paragraph, I have written T of my spelling T U, then it was just counting live. But I change it with the click. And if you write here, instead of click you can mention on, then it will be live. But I don't want to reload my page in one time. That's why I have mentioned here click. And also it will, this click and this event function will help you to prevent the page submission, I mean the form submission. That means it will not be live. So here you can see I have mentioned it. And then I have written late. I am using the late where to take the parameter, sorry, to take the text. Wait. In line number 7, you can see that whatever paragraph will be provided by the by the user, it will be get stored in the text. And I have used here let var. This is my sorry let variable to take this paragraph. So as you can see, I have mentioned the para in the form of ID. That's why I have mentioned it with the with hash, and it will take the value, and that's why I have written dot val. So it will pick the value from the user. That means you will provide the value over there in the text area, and then it will take it and it will restore the text. The text. Okay. Next, next what will be the next? As I have mentioned that Ajax works on asynchronous communication, so it will not work at the that means the page will not work, or this whatever code I have written, it will not work at one time. It will work part by part. So first, let me show you. It will work up to this. Up to this. No, okay, wait. So I have changed this text with paragraph, so it will be look like it will be same. Okay, now so I will start here Ajax, and I with the help of dot, sorry, with the help of dollar. So dollar then dot Ajax, and it will take four parameters here, or you can say four. These are four objects of this Ajax. Ajax. Hmm. First is URL. So whenever you will type your URL in the browser, like localhost colon 8000, it will first check that it is matching with your URL or not. Oh, wait, let me explain it. First, it will go, this URL will, it will go to check that with the which function it is matching with your, that means it will go to the url.py, which is here, and it will check that it is matching with the your alias or not. So as you can see, it is matching with your alias. So it will give the call to the function based view, which is views.index. And then wait, let me do this. So as I don't want to show whatever the user is giving, so it will not show in the URL just because I have mentioned your post as a method. So that's why it will not show. So as you can see, with the help of URL, it just go to the urls.py and check which alias is matching with this. And here you can see that the alias is matching with this the views.index. That means the index function based view. So then we will move to the views.py. So it will go to the views.py, and here is this is the main thing. We have defined the function with the help of def keyword and I've written index, and this will take this index. This function will take will take only one parameter, which is request. So this request will be as you can see, I have mentioned here import HTTP request, HTTP response, and JSON response. So HTTP request is a class. It is a type of class, and HTTP response is also a type of class. And request is just an instance of this HTTP request. So I have written this as a parameter, and it will be of type HTTP request, and it will return me the response will be in the form of HTTP response. And after that I will check whether the request is method. I mean, this is my condition check statement. So I will check if request.method equals to get, like equals to get or not. If it is get, then return render, and then it will return you a function render, and this render function will take two parameter. First parameter will be request, which is of type HTTP request, and the second parameter will be your file, which is your index.html. So here, as you can see here, and next up to this it will work. And then as you can see, it was not get. We were working on post. Method is post. As you can see, I have mentioned post method. So it will check that yes, the method is post. So then it will take a paragraph, and after that we will just move here. And in this we have a data object, and this data object will take two parameters. First parameter will it will take two values, which is your paragraph and CSRF middleware token. So first paragraph, it will be picked from here. I mean, here we have mentioned paragraph, and it will be taken by this request.post.get, because we are working on request.method, which is my equals to post. So that's why it will give a call to this, and with the help of request.post.get, we can access this paragraph. And as I have mentioned this paragraph in the short file as ID with the help of ID. So that's why I'm doing here hash. I'm using here hash, and will take a that means value. And next CSRF middleware is not it. It's just that for security purpose. That means no one can open your form, and no one can submit it. So that's why we are using CSRF middleware token. And next it will work up to this, and after that it will go again to views.py, and it will check that what count one thing I want to tell you that let me it is okay. So if suppose if the user forgot to enter the paragraph, then if I not mention here this second parameter, then it will be or you can say my server will not work, or it will give you error. So I don't want to this. That's why I have mentioned here by default value. Suppose when the user forgot to give anything, then it will show you just zero. That means you have not mentioned any, you have not written any paragraph. So with the help of request.post.get, we can access it, and it will go to here. That means this paragraph you can access it. Okay, and let's say CRF token. After that, after all this thing, Now the last part. Last part is we will go to the success. This is the fourth key of this Ajax. Uh, so the fourth key, in the fourth key, this will take a function, and this function will take a parameter which is response. And in this response you can see here we have mentioned the response we are working on JSON response. So when we are working on the request dot method, then it will return us JSON. So it will just, I have mentioned here, word underscore count. That means it will count the length. And how it will count the length? It will first split the paragraph into words, and then it will count the length, and it will get stored in the word underscore count, and it will return you JSON response, a function which is the JSON response. JSON response is for JavaScript. We use JavaScript for, and it will respond, return you JSON response. Then it will count the words, and in this way, it will give you the answer. And as you can see, we have again used an hash here. So why we use an hash here? Because I have mentioned the count in as a ID. That's why we are using hash here, and it will be in the form of text. That means the response dot count. So it was my project, and let me again run my project so that you can understand it better. Okay, let me open my terminal. So let me go to the here. Okay, suppose I'm writing here, type your feedback. Type your feedback. So how many words there are? There are three words. So in this way, my project is working. So I hope you can understand. If there is any doubt, then you can comment me, and I will resolve your problem or resolve your doubts. Thank you very much. Stay. Please keep practicing.